Good with the farmers. The farmers are going to do better maybe than anybody, but everybody's doing well. China wants to make a deal. They'd like to see some reductions in tariffs. They'd like to see some tariffs that are scheduled to go on very soon. They'd like to see them not go on. But China, they really, look, you know it, they really want to make a deal. They're going to be buying much more farm product than anybody ever thought possible.
Are you confident that you have close impeachment goes there?
Only for one reason. I did nothing wrong. It's the only reason. I had a perfect conversation with the president of Ukraine. Perfect. Had they seen that conversation before they made up the story, they made up the story about that conversation. Had they seen it, we wouldn't even be talking about it right now. The conversation has been perfect. And for that reason, I have tremendous support.
Thank you very much. The opening of the investigation that the Attorney General William Barr is doing, is this because people are investigating you in fact engaged in criminal conduct?
So they've started, and it's been going on a long time. And I sort of semi-read the papers, and I read them probably in greater detail than you actually. And I try and sift out the fake news from the real news. But as you know, there's been a long-term look-see, and it looks like it's becoming very serious from what I'm hearing. Investigate the investigators, whether it's Strzok and Page, whether it's Clapper, and whether it's Comey, and all of these people. Because terrible things went on for our country. And we have a great Attorney General, highly prestigious man, a very honorable man, and they've been looking at it for a long time. I can't tell you what's happening. I will tell you this. I think you're going to see a lot of really bad things. And a lot of people think that, and they know they have problems because they were very dishonest. And again, I leave it all up to the Attorney General, and I leave it all up to the people that are working with the Attorney General, who I don't know. But I will say this, I think you'll see things that nobody would have believed. This was the worst hoax in the history of our country. And a lot of people say that the phony deal on impeachment, where I have a perfect conversation, perfect, with the president of Ukraine, and they're using that to impeach one of the most successful presidents. We're going to hit another stock market high. We have the best jobs reports. We have the best unemployment numbers. We have the best employment. More people working today in the United States than ever before. I've rebuilt the military. We're strong. We just did a great thing in Syria where we're getting our troops out. We took over oil. A lot of great things are happening in this country. I will say this. If anything ever happened with this phony witch hunt that the Democrats are doing, the do-nothing Democrats, I really believe that you'd have a recession, depression, the likes of which this country hasn't seen. Now, a strong statement was made by a very highly respected man this morning on Wall Street, a man who's very respected about that. That if anything happened to Trump, President Trump, you would see repercussions in the market like you haven't seen before. But here's the thing. I don't have teams. Everyone's talking about teams. I'm the team. I did nothing wrong. This has been going on before I got elected. This was going on from the insurance policy. Strzok and his lover, Page. This was the insurance policy, was Strzok and Page. We did nothing wrong. But Strzok said, oh, she's going to win, she's going to win. But if she doesn't, we have an insurance policy. So let me just tell you something. So this has been going on since before I got elected. And people are angry about it. And you know who's angry about it? The Republican Party is angry about it. Because this isn't a takedown of the president. This is a takedown of the Republican Party. And frankly, the Democrats should be ashamed of themselves.